Enough. Enough! Energy! These last couple of weeks have really been like, I feel like I did this last week, maybe not. Anyway, just a lot happened. A lot happened and took place within the week. What's today's date? I had to like reboot my whole phone because I woke up from a nap and all my notes gone. All my projects gone. All my music still there, but the lyrics gone. Thank God for backups. If you haven't backed up your phone, it's not like it used to be. Like, I think it does it automatically now, and when I restarted my phone, like, first you have to erase, like, all the current history that's on your phone, and then you can reset it, and then back it up. And that's what I did, and I got everything back, except for my things for this show. Look at God. I got everything back luckily, and I'm kind of happy with that, but I had to like redo certain things. I started new things because I was just like, you know what, it's time for it to be started more again. That didn't make sense, but mind your business. Yesterday, I touched up my roots because Pride is this weekend, yes, and I want my hair to look cute and fantastic. I just felt tested yesterday, and it all started with things that I really shouldn't have been doing, but I did it. I did recently relax my hair. Yeah, after being natural for 2.5 years, I know I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and I'm not looking back. I touched up some of my roots yesterday, and the way like one of the hairs came down and just swung, and it literally just sat on my eye, like literally my eyeball.
Like literally.
It just sat there, and I literally, within those 2 seconds, like I literally saw it happen.
Like literally.
The run I did opposite from my sink. I do great in situations like this. Of course, I'm right near a sink when this happens. I don't go to the sink. I go to my towel, which is in my bathroom. It's an L shape. And so my sink is kind of like at the horizontal part. And then I run up towards my towel that's going to do absolutely nothing but just spread around the chemical. I literally went to my towel and that just started making it sting.
Literally.
So then I went to the sink, but not the sink that was in the bathroom. I went to the sink that was in my kitchen because when I like bend into the water, it's less of a bend than I have to do in my bathroom. My eye was red all yesterday. It was tough. I didn't take pictures. I felt that I was being punished for not embracing my natural hair. I know it's not like that at all, but like I feel punished. Yesterday I was becoming more like, well, I am becoming naturally more authentic with like my journey and how real it is. Yesterday I was talking to Trenton, and it just like, I had to let it all out.
Watch it all fall out.
Sometimes you see some of these trending videos get like 57 million views, and usually I don't give into that because I'm just like, they just doing something stupid anyways. Now, not to knock their hustle, because you know what, keeping up with the trends, that's a lot of work. I just don't want to do that. But yesterday, I guess it popped up that like one of these like, I lived in another country for 2 months, or I lived off of 1 penny for 30 days. One of those types of videos popped up, and it gets like millions of views, and of course it gets uploaded like 2 hours ago, and it's already at that type of view, and I'm like, how are these, what, how, why? I guess I gave in to the comparison yesterday, and I shouldn't have, but I did, and I just, for one reason, I feel as though that like I put in a lot of work recently, at least in the past 1.5 years. I guess in a sense, I was feeling that I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I started like giving into that feeling, but then I realized that I'm like, the way that my mind works, at least, like it's always gonna give me like the positive or the negative. And I'm like, this is why you have to just operate out of your heart. You know, she never fails you. Your mind, like, she'll be like, oh yeah, that's cute, but then when things go bad, she'll be fake and talking about, oh, but you shouldn't have done that. Why didn't you expect that? And I'm like, don't do that. Like, don't be fake. That was really it. Like, it wasn't like the worst day, but like I had a day.
Literally.
Today's better. Update. I did not know that you had to section your nape. So for us black folk out there who know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this one's for you. So I noticed yesterday that like I was trying to style my hair, and it wouldn't, I guess it wouldn't like fall the way I wanted it to fall. Plus, of course, my hair grows out. It doesn't grow down. It just grows out and down. And so, like, I know that there's always going to be that, like, extra space that people see back there. I also burned myself when trying to curl my hair back there a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't from the video. I think it was from, like, after it. But I sure did burn my neck. And she was a big... she was big welt for a little bit. I just noticed how recently, like when I try to style my hair, it wouldn't fall the way that I wanted it to fall. And then I don't know what made me think of the nape. I didn't even know how to spell nape. I just YouTubed it, and then this woman was like, oh yeah, no, if you want your nape to grow out, here's what you need to do. You know, everybody has all the videos on it, so I'm like, oh, get out. So like, I started watching the video. The minute when she said, section your nape, a light bulb went off. I felt like God was talking to me and said, this is for you. And I was just like, oh my God, I never even thought of doing that. Like, I was thinking yesterday to start like a whole separate like show for my hair, but then I realized I'm like, I don't go nowhere like that to do my hair. But like, I could document my journey. Not right now though, because my hair is not done. Yeah, she said to section your nape. What she does is she sections it and then she braids it straight across. So I first needed my mom to help me with the cornrow going like straight across so I knew how it felt. I'm weird like that. Like, I can do it straight across, but like I needed to know how it would feel first before I did it. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Anyway, so I got the cornrow and then of course it started falling out because I took a shower. But then I redid it. And yeah, so a day update, not much growth, but I now know that like I have to start taking care of my nape more so often because it's kind of like your edges. You know, I never had an issue with my edges though. I just don't do them because I'm just like, you know, for her to stay down, like my edges aren't long enough to where they're gonna like fly away, but they're not short enough to where people won't notice them. Like, people will definitely notice them, but not to the point where like they're flyaways, you know? So it's like in that weird length. And that's kind of like where my hair is right now, but like this middle section of my hair, I don't know what is going on, but like that grows longer and the texture is different too. So of course it appears longer. And then the sides and the back, black resistance, black power. Yesterday I finally got it to, you know, I wanted to style it the way that I wanted to, and I got to do that. But like, it's the back. Like, the back is always just, it's hanging on, and I'm like, girl, please just turn to page 6 and get with the program. Just get with the program. But yesterday we got her to finally turn to page 6 and we can finally move on to page 7. Stay tuned for how that goes. That was basically it. That was my yesterday, and it was a day, but I got pizza out of it, so I'm not that mad about it. All right, I'm gonna go now. Bye.